All right, let's talk a little bit about the life of a truck driver, at least an over the road driver. Now, some of you know, and most of you don't. We have a 14-hour clock. Okay, right from the moment that we sign on our logs in the morning, 14 hours in a day. That's it. Now, out of that 14 hours, we can drive 11 of those hours. So, technically speaking, if you're on a highway where you can average 70 miles an hour, you can make a little over 700 miles for the day, which that's all cool. You're never going to do it. I mean, you can once in a while. I've done 700 miles, but it's not very often because, I mean, once in a while you do have to get out, stretch your legs, maybe a little nature call or whatever, get fuel, yada, yada, yada. But time management is of the utmost importance. So, for instance, I picked this load up on Thursday, and I have to deliver in Pittsburgh on Tuesday because of the holiday. And I picked this load up in Texas. It was a 1,300-mile trip, so technically speaking, 2 good days you're there. But to be reasonable, there's no reason to run 650 miles for 2 days and then have to turn around and set Sunday, Monday, and then deliver on Tuesday. So you break that down. How many miles a day do you have to do to get there, say, Saturday night, Sunday morning, or Sunday afternoon would even be better. So you get there Sunday afternoon, close enough that you can park someplace, and then you can sit the rest of Sunday, Monday, and then deliver on Tuesday, which means you get a 34-hour restart, which means we have 70 hours in an 8-day period that we can drive. But we can be on duty or we can be in this damn truck. Okay, so, and then you have to take a 34-hour reset, which means you're off for 34 hours and then you gain your 70 hours back again. So you just work your way over there, and so you do 400 miles a day instead to manage your time so that you're not sitting there twiddling your damn thumbs. Now, on the other hand, if, say, we had to leave out and we had to be there on Saturday, that's a whole different set of time management. Now you're running balls to the wall to get there. So time management is very, very important. If you figure the truck really needs to do approximately $1,000 a day in order to make it worth being out here. Now, that 1,000 miles a day doesn't come to the driver. You got to pay road tax and yada, 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 and fuel and all this crap that needs to be paid, all these fees and taxes, and you got to make the government happy. And then the driver gets whatever the company's paying, or if you're owner-operator, you're going to get what little bit is left. And then you got to save out of that to pay your income taxes. So no matter how you look at it, the government is making more than you are. So if you're setting for 3 days and not moving, that's $3,000 technically to the truck that you lost. So there's another part of management. When you take a load, now this holiday thing is an exception to the rule, but when you take a load, you want to make sure that, all right, say a load pays $3,000. You know you want to deliver that load in 3 days. On that third day, you want to be delivering. Simple. Because on that fourth day, you're going to need a new load to start paying again. Or you might want to deliver first thing in the morning on the fourth day. Otherwise, you start losing money after that. So you have to be able to manage your time. You also have to be able to manage your load. It's just a big game. It's a lot of planning, and it can make your head hurt some days. But once you get doing it all the time, it becomes like a second nature to say, all right, well, I'm going to pick up here. I've got to be here this day. I got to run this many miles a day. And I might want to run a little harder for the first couple days so I got a cushion towards the end, and then you got to take into account what cities are you going through, what traffic are you going to hit. Um, you want to factor in all your routes. What kind of weather might you be running into? So it can become a little complicated if you're actually planning ahead. Now, if you're one of these drivers that just jump in there and go, I'm going to go and whatever happens, happens, hey, I applaud you for that. I mean, if you want to take that and run with it, that's fine. Me, I like to kind of look at my route ahead of me. Especially in the wintertime, I'm always looking at weather on my route, and then you take into account, do you have a holiday? Because traffic is going to be heavier on a holiday, so that makes it a little worse. So, I guess, preaching to you about this is crazy, but I just thought maybe some people might want to know about it. Who knows? But anyways, I hope you're having a great Memorial Day weekend. I hope you all have fun. I hope you all stay safe. And as always, stay cool.